Hi,
Hey,
Ciara. How are you?
Lisa, how are you?
I'm not too bad. It's really nice to speak to you.
Yeah, lovely. This is the first time I've ever done this on Instagram. I'm very proud of myself.
And I don't want to speak too soon, but it kind of went without a hitch there now, so I'm twitching a bit of wood.
Me too.
Fingers crossed it stays like that.
Yeah, fingers
Listen,
crossed.
thanks very much for agreeing to speak to me today. Running Breast Friends, I often, and obviously being an ambassador for Taya Healthcare, I always get asked little questions about post-surgical underwear.
Yeah,
And I was also very excited to see you guys producing your own range of face masks as well.
yeah,
I'm
we
very
do.
pro the use of face masks. I believe they're an essential tool in us taking our own personal ownership of protecting ourselves and others from COVID. So it's really good. I was really happy to see you guys produce your own, and I have one of them and I love it. So
Oh, great.
I might just ask you first a little bit about the post-surgical underwear.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Um, Obviously, I have loads of your range, and I love them. They're just so comfortable. But just for the technical things, I think there's a few questions that I think people like answered.
Yeah.
The first thing is, why do people actually need to wear a post-surgical bra as opposed to like an ordinary bra?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, and luckily we did research with a lot of you ladies actually before I started on this journey to understand exactly. But I suppose if you think about it, after you've had breast surgery, breast cancer surgery in particular, you're sore, you're swollen, you've got open wounds, and you need to have a bra that is going to support that without digging in or uncomfortable. And if you look at normal bras that are on the market, especially underwired ones, they have a lot of tags, they have wires, obviously, they have seams. So all of that contributes to discomfort in the days and weeks post surgery. And that's exactly how I ended up creating Thea. Was I had a lingerie shop in Ranelagh before I started Thea Healthcare, and I actually sold a lot of maternity and nursing underwear, and I noticed that I was getting a lot of breast cancer patients, like literally coming in days or a week after their surgery, and they were going to buy my post, like the nursing and maternity, which I didn't understand because at the time I knew nothing about mastectomy at all, or post surgery. And I was like, why aren't you buying like your own underwear, like that's kind of made for post surgery? And basically the overwhelming response I got was, have you seen what's available on the market? And I want to feel still feminine, but I want to feel supported and I want comfort. And I started looking into the market then, and wow, it was an eye opener for me. Like, this was 2013, and like there wasn't even any cotton bras on the market. They were all synthetic, which makes you sweat. And they were actually all designed by guys, interestingly, because a lot of the companies that produce the bras are prosthetic companies. So they're making the breast forms. So they were kind of making your bras as scaffolding for their breast forms, as opposed to actually thinking about the woman that had to wear it. So what we did is we turned everything on its head, and we went out and asked women like you. We asked 80 women in the UK and Ireland, what did you want, or what would you have wanted from your underwear after you had breast cancer? And we designed from there. Like, we literally designed with you guys at the center of everything. So we made everything seamless. Everything is heat seal labeled, so there's no tags. Everything is super soft. It's all made from bamboo. You've got a little mold. I don't know if you like that, Teresa, but that we found that the molds in the bras are a massive selling point for us, because if a lady is waiting for a reconstruction or has decided not to get reconstruction, you can use the softy and put them in, and then you've got the illusion of having breasts, so you feel normal when you go out, basically.
Yeah, like I love the bras, and I have to say, like, your company in general, you're just so ahead of the game, even to, have your models who are breast cancer survivors,
Yeah,
modeling your underwear. Like, I know a frustration I had, say, about 2 years ago. I was looking online at post-surgical bras and stuff, and it was all like girls who quite obviously hadn't had any surgery. And I was like, that's like, it's so difficult for a person who's just come out of surgery, their body has changed, and they're looking at somebody who has not been through it, and they're thinking, how will my body fit into that? And I think for a lot of people, you know, what you guys have done by having the likes of myself and Tree
Yeah.
model for you is like, they know that, look at these, this is how, like, when you've been through surgery, these bras can look on you, you know. And it's yeah, I just think it's brilliant, like the way you have kind of taken into consideration, you know, your true clientele, really, you know, like is been very understanding to the market. So
Yeah, well,
thumbs
that
up
was,
for that.
sorry, I got a phone call there. I'm on my phone. Excuse me. That was definitely part of the whole ethos from the very beginning. For me was I wanted the women to feel better faster, because Thea, even, she's a goddess. To me, this is all about female strength. And when I did the focus groups, the women were just so strong and resilient, and like they really humbled me actually. But it was all about their families and getting better for everybody else, and they weren't thinking about themselves. So it was, I wanted it to be something for them that made them feel good. And you know, it really does, like, it affects, I mean, as you know, it affects your body image, it affects how you feel about yourself, how you look in the mirror, how you're sleeping. It's really, really important. And like when we did our study, like they were when talking about our bras, saying they're a comfort blanket. One lady said that it actually helped her to go outside again because she had an oozing wound and it wouldn't stop. But our bras, because they're super absorbent, it actually soaked it all up. So it gave her the confidence to be able to know that she could go out and she wasn't going to be embarrassed by anything that was going to happen. And that's kind of it for even our mass that we're going into now. It's just to make people feel normal and be able to get on with their daily lives and without being affected. So that's kind of the ethos of everything that we do. So I'm glad that it has worked what I wanted to achieve.
I think it's worked, definitely. And you know, like, you know, after somebody's had surgery, why, like, what is the reason as to why underwear is not recommended? You know, like, is that just pure to do with the swelling and the comfort, or is there more medical reason as to why you shouldn't wear an underwear bra after surgery?
Underwire, yeah. So yeah, I mean it's comfort, but it's also, if you think about it, the wires, if you're swollen, or if you've had your lymph nodes removed, that could interfere with the drainage of the fluid. And even a tight post-surgery bra, to be honest, like even one that doesn't have wires. So it's definitely down to comfort levels. And like those wired bras, if you think about it, they were designed to hold up large breasts. They weren't designed to support any type of open wound or any type of operation. So what you need is something really soft that you can sleep in. Like, could you imagine sleeping in your own underwired bra? Like, you'd never do
No,
that. So like
no.
imagine staying in one of those for 8 weeks. And I mean, I know there are more for plastic surgery, but there are surgeons that do recommend sports. I've actually said to quite a number of plastic surgeons over this journey, like, how can you recommend sports bras to women? Like, they're difficult enough to wear for the hour that you're doing sport, let alone having to
Yeah.
wear them for 8 weeks after your
And is
surgery.
that just because there wasn't the options, and they were just trying to recommend something that wasn't underwired and was
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah, you're
kind of
right.
keep
Yeah,
you tight? Like,
that is probably why. But I mean, like the majority of surgeons that Thea works with now, they really, really understand how important a really good post-surgical bras, as do the nurses. Like, I mean, a lot of the nurses that we work with will actually fit the bras, which is pretty amazing as well. I mean, it's not part of your job description when you're a nurse, but a lot of them do fit,
yeah,
which is
yeah, they're
amazing.
so good. And
Sorry, yeah.
how long post surgery would you advise someone to wear a post surgical bra?
So, like, definitely until your first appointment with your surgeon after your surgery, which is normally 6 to 8 weeks. And then it's really dependent on you. Like, I don't know about you, Teresa, but definitely we've come across ladies who don't ever want to go back into wired. They don't feel comfortable wearing the wire again. And also, if you're going through radiotherapy treatment, you definitely should consider continue wearing a post surgery bra, one that you're comfortable in, or we have a follow-on bra that is specifically made for radiotherapy, that is made from the bamboo fabric as well, which is just super soft, and it cools the area that is affected by the radiotherapy. But like, we find a lot of our customers don't go back to normal bras for about a year after they have their surgery.
Well, definitely for myself, like I would still wear Taya bras like when I'm working out, doing light exercise and stuff like that. I find them just really comfortable, you
Yeah.
know, and I kind of these days, yeah, it's only if I'm kind of going on a night out and I want to push everything up that I'll go for other options. But yeah, just for the comfort and for the, you know, just that security kind of, you know, they just feel really good on. And then just like how tight should they be? Because I know like post surgery, you nearly feel like you're going to fall apart. So there's a real kind of temptation to go very tight. Like, is, you know, how do you get measured for that? Will it be like your consultant will tell you what size you now are, or
Yeah,
do you kind of gauge that yourself?
so what I would recommend, so like, I suppose to start with, 85% of us don't wear the right bra size. So that's before you even have surgery. Um, so if you know that you're going in for surgery, I would actually recommend getting fitted properly before you go in. Like somewhere like Arnott's, they're great fitters, or the smaller lingerie shops would be really good at fitting. So I'd recommend getting fitted beforehand if you don't know your size. But a really easy way to gauge your size is your dress size. So if you look at the dress size that you wear on top, it equates to the back size. So if you're a size 12, you would be normally a 34 back. Now, I know there's probably some women on this that are going, what? I'm like a size 12 and I wear 38. And it's like, well, you haven't been measured properly. And there are a lot of women like that out there that will wear like a 38C when they're actually like a 34 double D or a 34E, and they're in completely the wrong size. And you I'll measure you the next time I see you. And if you're wearing the right size, your clothes look better, you feel better actually, just in a normal bra. So if you know your size before you go in, and you understand whether you're having if you're having a single or a double mastectomy or a lumpectomy, your back size, you can gauge then the bra size. So ours go from extra small to 4XL actually. So on our size guide, it will literally, you need your back size and your cup size, and then you can equate the bra size. Those type of bras, in my opinion, are easier for you to wear because you are going to be swollen after surgery. And one of ours has the 3-level hook and eye. So after, the whole idea of that is that after the swelling goes down, you can tighten the bra as much as you need to support you as well. But I would definitely recommend trying on a bra, at least trying on a bra that before you go into the hospital, or going in with one. Like, we work with a lot of, actually most of the Irish hospitals supply our bras now. So you should wake up wearing a Taya bra. But
no way.
Yeah, a lot of them now, a lot of them do. So, and if you don't, you should ask for one.
Because I woke up in like the most ugliest, I don't know where it was from, but it had these kind of Velcro things, and it nearly plugged into me, and I was like, it was like a contraption nearly, and I was thinking like, are the Taya bras for further down the line? But now that you've said like people can actually wake up in them bras, that's a huge game changer, because I know I felt very bulky and uncomfortable in the post.
And you don't want to be, like, that's the last thing I mean, we're sold in Arnott's. Like, you can go in and buy from us in Arnott's, and actually any of the smaller mastectomy shops, they all stock us. And probably if you know you're going in for surgery, it'd be better getting one in advance and hoping that you get a Taya bra as well, your second one. But at least if you have one going
your bras, you get your bra for free from the hospital, don't you? Like when you wake up from your surgery, you should be. I got two. Like I woke up in one, and they gave me a change of one, but they were like gold because you didn't know where to go to get them. You didn't like. It was a real worry on other girls in the ward and all, and everybody's kind of watching you like, what's happening with the bra? It's just a crazy thing that really stresses you. at an already really stressful time, and people would never think that, you know.
I totally agree with you, and it's unfortunate because it's all about, it comes down to the individual hospital, whether or not you get a bra and whether or not you get two. But actually, I don't know if well, I presume you're aware of this, but maybe not everybody is. But like a really good thing that the Irish state does is that we give all breast cancer survivors two bras every year, and you're entitled to those, and it doesn't matter your circumstances at all. And actually, on our website, if you're a medical card holder, you can buy a bra and then we get the money back from the state. So you're entitled to two new ones every year. And that can be in any shop, in any of the specialist mastectomy shops, or on our website. Yeah, which is really good. And then you're entitled to a prosthetic. I think it's every 2 to 3 years. And like, we're ahead of the game, in fairness. Like, I haven't come across another country yet that does that. Like, we are the only country that I know of that does that.
There was something about 2 years ago that I think they tried to change it, and like
I got involved in that as well. Yeah.
Murdered over that, and I got. But I would like actually to get more information offline from you about, you know, girls' entitlements to bras and stuff that I can share on Breast Friends for maybe girls who, you know, don't realize that they are entitled to stuff, you know, like that. It'd be
you're
great.
You're not told unless you know. They're not going to tell you. So yeah, absolutely. No, more than happy to share that. Yeah.
And then, you know, like the Taya bras, what actual material? Because they are different to other bras I've worn, and they're so breathable and they're just so comfortable, but there's something different about their material. And what is it actually? Is it the bamboo? Like, what is it that it's made of that makes them that more different? Like,
yeah, so it is. It's the bamboo material. So all of our bras are made from either 70 or 80% bamboo, and then a mixture of polyester and elastane, or else it wouldn't stay up as a bra. You need something. But the reason that I chose the bamboo was because I had read about it and heard that it's very soft, as you know it is, but also that it had healing properties. So that it's UV resistant, which is interesting, especially for post-cancer, which is good for the masks as well, actually. But it's also thermally regulating. It's highly antibacterial. It's really absorbent. Like, it's 59% more absorbent than cotton, and it's 20% more wickable than cotton, and it's also hyperallergenic. So if you are prone to skin rashes, or actually, as can happen with treatment after breast cancer, you can end up getting rashes. The bamboo will actually help to get rid of the rashes, and it can help with getting rid of the blistering and the heat that you get in the radiotherapy burns. So literally what happened was, I read about this miracle material and was like, I want to use this, because I mean, up until like, that was 2013, as I said. I think there was one cotton bra on the market, and like, cotton is extremely bad for the planet. Like, it takes 20,000 liters of water for 1 kilo of cotton to be produced, and bamboo doesn't require any extra water. So from a sustainability point of view, bamboo is the future anyway, among the other natural fibers that are out there. But the rest of the bras were being made from like petroleum byproducts, basically. Like, that's what polyester is. So like, that's what you're wearing on your skin. So I wanted something natural and found bamboo. And then I went a step further, and we did a clinical study here in Ireland, in UCD. So we've proven that our bamboo material is highly bacteriostatic. So it means it reduces the chances of you getting an infection if you're wearing it post-surgery by 93 and 97%. It's resistant to these two main bacteria found in breast wounds, actually. So we can't say it'll stop you getting an infection, but it'll definitely help reduce the likelihood if you're wearing it afterwards. And it's also, because it's so absorbent, you know, you're sweating after your surgery, or if you're going through your treatment, because you're wearing it all the time. So it'll keep you cool and dry, which is what you want, and it helps your sleep. Like, when we did the study, there was a massive increase in the women's quality of sleep wearing this bra as opposed to other bras. And like, that's really important for you getting better and trying to get on with your normal life, you know?
Absolutely. And then just moving on to the face masks now. I love face masks. I get very excited about face masks.
That's good, because we're going to have them for a while, I think.
I just lost you there.
I'm back, I think. I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
I was just telling you how much I love face masks.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. No, I know, like, obviously I have one of your face masks, and it's like it's really comfortable because it kind of comes around the back of your head rather than
Yeah.
around your ears. I know, yeah, I'm just explaining for other people because you obviously know what your face masks are like, but it's 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 really breathable because it's kind of, even though it's tight, to block anything coming in, there's room, like, and I think it's that bloody material. It just
Yeah,
lets you breathe. Like,
it
I
is.
was even going, God, if I needed to do it when I was working out, I actually think I'd be able to do a workout with it on.
Yeah, yeah, I have actually. I have. Like
Oh, I was
you
going to
get
try it.
you get used to them as well. I think that's part of it as well. So the whole bamboo masks, what happened there was we were actually asked to source PPE for the Irish government during COVID, and we succeeded in doing that. So we brought in quite a lot of PPE for the HSE and the Department of Defence. Now this is the normal stuff like the 3-ply and
Yeah.
gels and things, but it was while we were doing this, I was kind of thinking, well, like us, like normal people, not frontline workers, are probably going to end up having to wear masks after lockdown. So that was kind of gave us the idea, well, look, why don't we use our amazing bamboo material to make a mask that is more for everybody. And the design, as you said, it sits low, so it sits around your neck, and then you just pull it up over your nose. Now it is quite tight, as you say, around here, but that's to stop anything obviously getting in. And it comes down to about here as well. So your face is completely, most of your face is completely covered. It's made from 85% bamboo, which means it'll really help with it's what's it called now, maskne, like all the like
Yeah.
little the
Yeah.
rashes that are coming up now. And it also helps with the sweat as well because it's absorbent. But actually, one great thing that I love about the design of our masks is because it sits down low here, it's much easier for people to use, for older people, for example, who find the loops really difficult, or anybody with a disability or autism. Like, they literally cannot do the loops. It's too difficult for them to actually manage. So because it's sitting down low, it really helps there. And also, people hard of hearing find it very difficult to put on the loops without them actually falling out. Um,
Yeah.
so we kind of tried to take in a number of situations when we were designing them. And like, we'd also had a lot of stories about frontline workers, their ears actually bleeding from the amount of time that they had to wear the ear loops, and like really not very nice. And then I suppose add to that it's completely unsustainable for us all to be buying these single-use throwaway masks. And like, that is a massive issue now. Like, and it's terrible to see more plastic coming into the world because of this, not less. Like, we should really be trying to reverse the whole single-use plastic, but
Yeah.
it's gotten worse. And that was another big driver behind our decision to bring out a mask that is reusable. Like, you get 5 in a pack in ours, and you can wash them minimum 25 times each,
Right.
and at 60 degrees. So actually you can wear them until they fall apart. But
Yeah.
because they're bamboo, we've gotten them tested to the European standards, and they score very highly on the European standards for filtration as well. But you can
Right.
really wear them until they fall apart. Like, even if you look at the HSE guidelines, they say that about the cloth masks. Once they're intact, you can keep wearing them. So
Yeah.
like, you buy our masks, a 5-pack of them, and they last you. They could last you for a year, like, or more.
Yeah.
And that's a
How
much
much is
cheaper
it
outlay.
for the 5-pack?
33.33.
Sorry, I think I've lost you. Sorry, Ciara, I lost you there just as you're about to tell me.
Yeah, no problem. No, they're €33.33 for 5 of them. So
Yeah.
€6.66 each. So they're
Yeah.
you can buy them
That's
on our
very good.
website,
Yeah. And you can use my
payahealthcare.com.
discount code as well.
What?
I'll share my discount code with the
Oh
girls
yeah,
as well. Yeah.
do please, yeah, no,
Yeah.
do, yeah, no, they're very good value as opposed to an awful lot of the ones that are out there. And like, that, I suppose, is something that we want. Like, we want to make it more. I mean, there are a lot of people out there who may not be able to afford to buy masks, which is terrible if you think about it. So to be able to have one that is reasonably priced and is reusable for so many months is great.
And especially taking into consideration people with sensory issues. So many times when decisions are made or products are made, there's not really consideration given to that section of our society. And if these masks work well for people with sensory issues and elderly people who don't, that's brilliant. You know, it's really good. Like, and they were actually, like, because I have a little bit of a collection of masks now at the moment, but they were the first masks that I seen that actually were made in that way, that they come around the back of your head, and I was like, will they be as secure? But it was just as secure. It was really comfortable. Like, so, no, that's brilliant, and it's great to know that, like, you know, they can last so long as well, and it's brilliant it is. So hopefully everybody gets on board now with the face masks, and like, the new rules have come in, so
I know. Well, it's mandatory now in retail, in all retail. Well, from the 10th of August, it's going to be mandatory in all retail settings. But, like, I mean, if you listen to Luke O'Neill from TCD, the professor who's he's very involved in this, like, I heard him being interviewed, and he said that if two people are wearing a mask, you reduce your chance of getting COVID by 99%. So, I mean, why would you not wear one, really, to be honest? And ours as well, like, you can pull it up and just pull it back down when you leave and you're out in the street, and then take it off when you get to the car or whatever. So you don't have to throw it away, or you don't have to actually take out your handbag. It's not a big palaver basically to do it. It's easy to use, so it shouldn't be a big deal to do it, you know.
No, it's the design is brilliant, and again, from the sustainability point of view, like, it's so important for, like, our planet in general. Like, you know, everybody can't be just using single use and throwing them away. There's, like, even with the gloves, you know, that's big enough as it is, and, you know, you're better off opting for good hand hygiene when you're just a normal Joe soap, you know, walking around, rather than using the rubber gloves and stuff, you know, because I just noticed, it kind of clicked with me like a couple of weeks into COVID, and I was going, oh my God, all the good work people have done, like identifying sustainable products like paper straws and stuff like that. I was like, is this all going to be undone and it's kind of, it was out of everybody's control. It's a pandemic. We're all learning our own way and finding our own way, and mistakes will be made, but I love to hear, like, a sustainable option, you know, so that's really good.
And I think actually, as consumers, like, we have an awful lot of power, so I think that we should be demanding that things are sustainable, and that we don't just put up with the fact that they're still producing such a huge high level. There's no reason. You don't need to have throwaway masks now. Like, they can be reusable. And, like, even if you go into the hairdresser, I know in the hairdressers, a lot of them are supplying the mask, which is really good. But on the other hand, if they were supplying a cloth mask made from bamboo or whatever other material, and you paid like a minimum price, it would probably be better, because then you would hold on to it and you would have it, as opposed to something else that you'd have to throw away.
Like, you just froze there for a second. Yeah, no, you're correct there, but I suppose sometimes, you know, business owners are nearly taking responsibility for customers, where customers should be exercising personal responsibility, and
I agree.
it's, you know, so difficult. But thanks so much for giving me your time today. It was lovely to chat to you.
Lovely chatting to Teresa. Thanks for
appreciate it. It was lovely to talk. And I'll get the information off you about, you know, people's entitlements and all, because I think that would be really helpful to the girls that follow my page. Like, because, you know, any information is always welcome, you know.
Oh no, absolutely. We have a load of information up on our website about it. So yeah, I'll share that with you, and then you can share it on with the group. And feel free to share your discount code with everybody. And thanks. It was a pleasure doing this.
It was lovely to talk to you, and we got away without any technical hitches, really.
Pretty much, just a few frozen faces for a few seconds, but sure, that's not too bad.
We don't mind that. No. We don't mind it. Thank you so much.
Thanks a million, Teresa.
And I'll talk to you
Take care.
soon. Bye.
See you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bye.